Okay, we left off with the navigation bar and a couple of pages, for example, the shirt. So now let's use this image we downloaded and let's see how we can use it in our application. So first of all, let's make this shirt age 1. Let's call this very fancy white t-shirt and text white, and the color is going to be text white and I suppose I don't know what is the font size for the tailwind. So font size is there is no text. It's just text 24 pixel. Let's make it 36 and let's make it text center. Very fancy t-shirt. Okay, so we have our very good looking title. On the left side, I want to make an image of grid gap got so grid source. Let's make it grid source 2. So in the first one, I want to show you an image which we downloaded earlier. This is the assets per shirt per 1.jpg, and if I import it, import image from next image. As you can see, it automatically so basically this Copilot give me a couple of options to choose, like price, color, white, material, cotton. But one thing I want to do is my custom let's make it MB2. Oh, not here. MB2, MB4. Let's make it a bit slower. Why? Okay, so I want to make a plus minus kind of add to cart functionality, and also so inside the components I'm gonna make a folder which I will call price, not price, add to component, add to cart. And let's call it cart, and the component will be add to cart. Okay, so add to cart is gonna use a hook for easier usage. I usually place it next to it. So let's go with start with the hook because it's easier. So let's make a use cart for .ts. So basically, hooks are custom functions you can use, and it can return a lot of things. Basically, whenever use effects are hooks, use states are hooks, and there are a lot of hooks to use from. So export const use cart equals and return something. Okay, so we need to track the cart count. So const cart count, set cart count, import the React, and we need a couple of functions like const increment cart count, which is set cart count +1. But I would not recommend this approach because if set cart count use states set function is async. So basically, if you press it very fast, then you can have bugs. So I will call it CC and use it like this. Decrement count the same, and also I want to have an on cart click, which will use later. Also, I want to make a provider for providers for application-wide or at least where you put them underneath the tree, you can use the functionality of it. So I want to make I'm sorry, a cart provider to show the currently in the cart items count. So let's call this folder providers, and inside it I will create a new cart provider provider.tsx, and interface cart provider context interface. It will have an item count, which is a number, item count, and also a set item count, which is item count number. Okay. We need a create context provider. There is no need for null. I usually initialize it as an empty empty object. And let's call this cart provider context. Okay, so for now we need the real provider. Export const cart provider context provider, which is a bit weird because we have two provider inside it, but never mind, let's get over it. So in here we have to track the current item count, which starts with 0, because initially there is no anything in the cart. And also cart provider and context from provider value, we define it here, we pass it there, and also we need to use this as well. Export const use cart provider context, return provider context, but not this way. Const context equals use context, cart provider context, return context. Sorry for a second. My dog just made a bit of mess and separated my bag. So we made a provider which we can use it later on. So if we go back to the use cart, we now can use this use cart provider context. Const set item use cart provider context const equals set item count is enough because the cart count is here. But basically, it's gonna be good. So we need to pass these back and use it later. And now I want to make an add to cart instead of this, which I made the file, but not the functionality. So basically, const add to cart. In here, we need not a product, but an ID. ID is enough because currently we don't want to show anything about the product inside the cart. So use cart. We use the cart which we previously created. Cart count, decrement, increment, and on cart count click. And the return empty for now. Okay, so div class name Maxwell 200. It's gonna be a grid, not a flex. Grid was 4. Let's make it rounded. Border white, border 2 for a little border, little bit of padding, and little bit of padding on the y-axis and text center. Okay, so basically we have add to cart. Let's add it to this, which is inside the pages, product, shirt, index, and I'm gonna replace this add to cart ID 1, which is basically currently doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot to export it. So basically there is nothing in it, but later on we will add the functionality to it. So add a decrement button. Button class name. Let's make it white because all the page is black or grayish, and btn shm for a small size, and let's make it minus. On click we call the decrement cart count with the ID. Oh, I forgot. Oh, there is no need for ID. Oh, there will be need for ID, but for now it can be 1. I just want to show you the I'm gonna copy paste this because we only need to change these and also this and card icon. This cart item we will make it later on, and we will also want to show you the current cart count. In components, I'm gonna make an icons folder, and in icons folder, I'm gonna create a cart icon.tsx. This time, because it's mostly SVG, I'm gonna copy paste and you will see that it's gonna work. You can use any kind of icon. I just choose to use this SVG. Another thing I wanted to show you is inside the navigation. I'm gonna create a components and a cart counter.tsx. Cart counter will show you the amount of item inside the cart. So, but first, cart icon, no. Nope, nope, nope. This is good, but I want a bit more of a padding here, which is add to cart and empty to not here. Oh, here. Let's make it a 10 pixel. That's much better. Okay. Let's go back to our cart counter. Interface, cart counter props. It can be empty. I just use it to if I ever need it. Const item count equals, and this is where we use the provider. So basically we are way other side of the project and still use the item count of the product. Again, I'm gonna copy and paste the SVG because this is an SVG and I don't want to type it currently. So cart counter goes to the navigation bar. Make a new ally and we call cart counter. It's a bit of smallish one, but let's fix it. No, because there is no number in it. So somehow I made a mistake, and whenever as you can see, whenever I click it, it's the same as the plus button. So basically, add to cart does the same. So on cart click, refresh. What's wrong with the image? Oh, I don't know, something happened. So basically, because we did not implement on cart click. Set item count on cart click. And now set item count is not a function. Never heard of this. Set item count. Oh, sorry. Const set item count number set item. It's a bit confusing, so I'm gonna rename it. Or not rename it. It's totally fine. Set item count is valid. And also add a type to it. So basically we are doing set item counts, and here we use the set item count never seen anything like this. Set item count is not a function. There is a function here. What if we trick it? On-card click is not a function. Okay, let's debug a bit. Our provider should work. Add to cart. Let's investigate inside the add to cart. Button on click. On cart click. On cart click, as we've seen, should work. Use cart uses the provider. The provider is basically totally fine. I just don't like this syntax. I like it in one liner. Okay. Let's check if context is undefined and throw an error just in case if there is no provider present. Okay, let's console log it. Console log set item count. What is the type of this? Use character 6. It's undefined. Why is it undefined? Never seen like this. First of all, there is a typo here. Second, let's go back to the old-fashioned React way. Maybe that's causing the problem. And also restarted debug. Set item count is not set item count is not defined. How can it not defined if I defined it? Use cart. Providers, cart provider. Set item count. Set item count. Cart provider. Item count, set item count. Totally fine. Cart context provider. Context undefined. Yeah. Totally fine. Why is it undefined? Oh, I forgot to add the provider to outside of the application. So if we go to the app, then we have to define this, and below this you can use the functions. So basically that was it. And now it is 100% sure that it will work, that if I add 4, there is a 4. So that's it for now. I think we made a progress with providers, a little bit of hooks, and next time, I don't know, maybe we will make a bit of generalized type of um, pages, or another thing I want to do is to get the data from a JSON. I don't want to build a database for this project yet, but later on, maybe that will happen. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like if you liked it. Thank you. Bye bye.